Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Life in Sport podcast, and we are joined by a very special guest. He's currently a player for the Northern Pride, so basically the Townsville-based club for the QRL or the Queensland Cup, and his name is Matt Egan. Thanks for joining us. How's your day been today?
Thanks for having me, mate. It's an honour to jump on the podcast with you, mate, and have a chat. So, no, I appreciate you. I've had a good day so far, mate.
That's
Hopefully
good.
it gets better after this. What about
Yeah.
you?
Oh, mate, the heat's been awful. It's a. I mean, obviously, it's nowhere near compared to like Townsville up there, but down here in Tweed Heads, it's a bloody humid heat today, and it's been hot as well the last week. Great days for the pool, but like right now, I'm just praying for rain, just for it to cool it down a little bit.
Yeah, it's up in Cairns here. It is bloody hot, mate. But that's the way we
Jeez.
like it up here.
Yeah, that's true. I've been to Cairns once. I don't know if I'd go there again, purely based on the weather.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Fair enough. Rightio, let's get started with some interview type questions. You Marymount College Juniors, junior rugby league. That's where you started your junior footy. What got you into junior footy and rugby league?
The old boy sort of was involved with footy. I guess for a long period of time, and then sort of just jumped into footy as a young fella, just playing like your club footy and that.
Yeah.
In the juniors, sort of Currumbin Chugan, played a bit of juniors there. And then sort of when I got a bit older, I was playing touch footy at a pretty like a high representation. So
Yep.
I was sort of focused on that. But then, I enjoyed my footy at school. So we had Matt Geyer, lucky enough to have Matt Geyer at our school
Yeah.
at
Wow.
Marymount, and he was a really good role model for me. And it sort of wasn't until the later years, grades sort of 11 and 12, where things sort of started to get a bit more serious and that. So yeah, that's probably a big part of the enjoyment factor I had there was at school with me mates playing footy.
Yeah, nice. And obviously, as you said, around year 11, year 12 is when the sort of seriousness factor sort of kicked in. At what point did you realize, hey, I'm actually good enough to try and get a crack at least, in the QRL?
Oh yeah, I don't think I ever realised that. I went to all the trials through every juniors, and I never made one sort of rep team. Always got brushed, and I was making all the rep teams for touch, but I didn't really care. I just wanted to make the footy ones, but I
Yeah.
I never never sort of made them. But yeah, I guess Confraternity Carnival was where I got picked up by Storm 20s at the time. So yeah, that was probably when I was like, oh shit, something might actually happen from here. So that was probably the point for me.
Yeah, nice. And obviously, you've been at the Northern Pride for quite a few years. But you also played in Burleigh. What was it like playing in Burleigh and the comp down here sort of area compared to playing up, in Cairns and weather differences and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, definitely, mate. You got the beautiful beach breeze down there. You don't sort of get that up here. But yeah, the comp down in the Gold Coast was really competitive, and I was lucky enough to be at Burleigh when blokes like Jamal Fogarty were there. And when he was heading into his prime in NRL, so it was great to learn off blokes like that, and Luke Page and Semi Saluma and blokes like that have won plenty of comps. So it was a great experience, but it was good to come up Pride. I love the lifestyle up here. I do love the hot weather as much as everyone hates it. I love it up here. So it's good, mate. I'm really happy up here.
That's awesome to hear. And obviously, you went up to Northern Pride. You've been playing there for quite a while. What's Ty Williams like as a head coach? The Cowboys legend in his own right.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah. Oh, once again, like someone like that that's played 100 plus NRL games. Everyone sort of knows who he is. He's a pretty big figure in the Cairns community up here and definitely the far north. So to have him as a coach, and sort of like a role model and, someone that we all look up to and go to when we sort of need. So, he's great for the boys. All the boys love him. He's a really handy coach and, yeah, the boys enjoy playing under him. That's for sure.
That's awesome to hear because growing up, his era, like his NRL era, with playing with him, Matty Bowen, and all those sort of players, was my generation. Like as in watching them play, them Lockie, Webke, all them. It was amazing to watch them play. So I can only imagine what it would be like to be coached by someone you know. Such as a Queensland legend, in my opinion. All Queenslanders are all legends, and which brings me to the topic. You you're from Queensland, more or less. Are you a Queenslander when it comes to state of origin?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. I was born in New South Wales, but
Oh, okay. Whereabouts were you born
I,
in New South?
I was born in Parramatta. Why are you laughing at?
I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
like
no.
it's just as far away from Queensland as you could think is all.
Yeah, no, no. Yes, I was born there. But yeah, I consider it myself a Queenslander.
Well, I mean,
Much to some people's disliking, probably.
they're dismay maybe, but I mean, in the eyes of the state of origin eligibility, you're a Queenslander. So
Yeah, that's it. We'll go off that.
absolutely. Whereas if we're going by that logic, though, I'm a Queenslander because I was born in Queensland, but my eligibility is New South Wales, which fucking sucks. Because
There
everything,
you go.
yeah, born in Queensland, but raised on in New South Wales on the Central Coast. Played my junior footy in New South Wales. Played my footy after 13 in New South Wales. So unfortunately, the only thing that I've got going for me for Queensland Origin is being born there. But everything else would have me play for New South Wales, like Luke Keary style, which fucking sucks. Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
that's neither here nor there because I'll never make it in the state of origin. So let's get off that topic. It's not my podcast. It's not my. I'm not the guest. You're the guest. First of all, who's the biggest pest at the Northern Pride?
Oh mate, that's an easy one. His name is William Partridge. He's a winger,
Yep.
very fast winger in his own right, but he'll probably be the biggest pest in the whole statewide competition.
Is he the funniest teammate as well, or just a pest?
Oh, he says jokes, but I think we're more or less laughing at him than with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's just a straight pest, mate. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
That's fair enough. Who's the funniest teammate then?
Oh, funniest teammate. Oh, geez, that's a good one. Geez, you've got me here. Oh yeah, I don't know. We've got a couple of larrikins. Probably Julian Christian's up there, Bernard Lewis.
Yep.
They're pretty funny in their own right. Yeah, there's a few, but I'd have to have a good think.
Yeah, nice. Who controls the speaker in the locker room?
Yeah, that's Julian. We sometimes if he takes it home, he'll take it home and play it in the shower at home, and that we might not get it in the gym for the next couple of days. So, Jules is the speaker man. He actually left it under a bus one time.
Fuck.
We left him under the bus with the speaker for about 20 meters in the bus too. So, Jules is our speaker man. Yeah.
Fair. And who's the coach or person in particular who's had the biggest influence on you on you and the player you are today?
Oh, it's a deep one. Oh, biggest impact. I think coming up here, Ty's been really great in my sort of later years as footy, but I think my time at Marymount, probably Matt Geyer and a bloke called Jason Hamilton, they were probably pretty instrumental in those early years, and probably Eric Smith too at Melbourne Storm under 20s. That was sort of the pretty important years when you sort of grow up as a bloke. He was sort of very instrumental in that. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of people that have played their roles, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Like, honestly, agreed. Because as you said, like, Ty Williams would be like the perfect coach for you now as the mature player that you are. And Matt Geyer and those other people that you mentioned would have been the perfect people to help, mold you into the person, and get you ready for the next stage, which would be, going up to Northern Pride, etc.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, definitely. I think, you're 100% right. They all played a different role. Probably all as important as, that each one of those. They're all great in their own right.
Absolutely. So I've got some quick fire questions. First of all, how do you like your steak?
Medium rare, more to the rare side.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. Agreed. It's the only way to have it. Don't want it mooing, but I don't want it bloody like dead as fuck. What's your beer or liquor of choice if you don't drink beer?
Oh, anything vodka, mate. Anything vodka.
Yeah, nice. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. If you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
Time travel for sure.
Yeah, nice. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Remember the Titans.
Fuck
Classic.
yeah, such a great film, and I love how quick that was. Such a quick answer.
Yeah,
so many guests, hesitate, or they'll say some like philosophical movie, like The Green Mile or Shawshank Redemption, but you're straight to the point. remember the Titans, which brings up a good topic real quick. The NFL. Obviously, the Super Bowl is now determined. It's got the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Do you follow an NFL team?
I followed Jalen Hurts, who's the quarterback for Philly, through his college career.
Okay, so you're
And
following the player sort of thing.
yeah, I invested a little bit in some of his rookie cards as well. I probably more so just the individual, I
Yep.
guess. So I'll be rooting for Jalen, that's for sure.
Well, that, and we've also got an Aussie former Souths under 20s player in that team as well,
Yeah,
in Jordan Mailata. So, I mean, I personally am a Packers fan, and so I don't want them to win because they're the NFC. But I'm kind of rooting because Aussie rugby league and technically a random Souths fan is playing in the Super Bowl.
yeah. I think I'm entitled to a cut of his money he's made because
Surely,
in the highlights video he made,
yeah.
I'm the little halfback getting palmed off about 100 times. So I'm gonna
Like,
hit him up for a little check, I reckon.
right? Be like, send me to the Super Bowl. What's your favorite type of music to listen to? Whether it's in the what's it called, the sheds after a game, before the game, whether it's doing weights, whether it's at home chilling.
Anything Drake, mate. Anything Drake or any of the OVO artists. They're sort of my go-to.
Yeah, nice. Um, and I've got two more questions for you. First question is, how do you think you guys, as in the Northern Pride, are going to go in this year's Q Cup season? And how do you hope as
Um,
well?
yeah, oh, mate, I hope we win the comp.
Yeah, yep,
If we're not, we might as well not play if we're not trying to do that.
yeah,
But
agreed.
yeah, mate, we're definitely looking to have a top four finish. Ty and the team have done a good job recruiting, and our strength and conditioning coach and the crew have done a good job this preseason. So that's what we're going to be aiming for, mate. That's our goal. So yeah, fingers crossed we come through with that.
Absolutely, and I mean that's as you said, if you're not playing to win, you may as well not play at all when it's at that level or any level. So absolutely agree with that. And last question is, what's next for Matt Egan?
What's next? I wouldn't have a clue, mate. I'm just enjoying the present moment. Enjoying each day. Just looking forward to playing some footy. It's been a tough preseason, so mate, I'm just focused on enjoying footy, finally getting to play some, and just looking forward to the next day, mate.